baby. Okay, if you don't want to do it, we don't have to, babe. We can go home.
Hi guys. Okay, sorry if I'm looking up. It's because we got a new camera, so I'm kind of like weirded out seeing myself right now. It's kind of like weird. Okay, but anyway, so I'm so sorry that we've been gone again. I know I always have to do that. Sorry if it's squeaking. I'm on this table. I don't know why I'm sitting here, but it's squeaking. My bad. Anyway, so we went home from Poland for Christmas, and it's just been hectic. Went home for Christmas. Right when we came back, she had a game. So we just been real busy. But I've been getting messages about my experience with the SIS procedure. So I just decided to just make a video about it. So you just get me today. Sorry, I'm the boring one. Anyway, okay, this table is annoying. Maybe I'm just a fat ass. I'm just breaking it. Okay, so if I'm gonna be looking down because I'm trying not to forget anything. But it's just gonna be a quick, straight to the point video. No, nothing. I don't even know what I'm looking for. It's gonna be straight to the point, okay? So, part of the routine, I guess, for people who are trying to conceive through a fertility clinic, they make you do a test called a HSG test. But in my case, I'm allergic to shellfish, well, seafood, like fish and stuff. I do eat it though. It doesn't bother me as much when I eat crab legs and lobster. Those two don't bother me. So cool. But anyway, I'm allergic to something in there, so they couldn't use the dye that they usually use. So instead, I had to do the SIS test, which is a saline infusion sonohysterogram. So basically they use a salt solution instead of the dye. So there's no allergic reaction because I didn't want no allergic reaction down under, you feel me? No thank you, ma'am. All right, so anyway, first thing they did was they put me on the table, of course. They told me to take off everything below the belt. So usually when I went in there, I wore a dress, and then all I have to do was, like, you know, pull it up. It was just easier for everybody. So after that, he kind of walked me through everything. I got some videos, I'll post it, of everything that was on there. But there was like a catheter on there. It's like a small tube. That's how I can explain it. Also, I'm watching cars go by and they're like staring at me. So that's the way I can explain. This looks like a long plastic tube. They have a speculum, is that what it's called? It's the silver thing they put in to hold your vagina open when they stick the catheter up in there. And then there was the salt solution. Also on my table there was a dye. I think they forgot that I was allergic because the nurse set it all up, and then when the doctor came in, he looked at her and she looked at me, and then it was just like this awkward silence, and he was like, she's allergic, and she was like, oh my god, and so she had to go make the salt solution one because that dark one wasn't going in me. And then what else was on the table? I can't remember. I don't know, but it scared the shit out of me, to be honest, because first, the day before they called, they're like, we're going to do the procedure. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh man, this is about to just, I'm going to have surgery or something. I overthink everything. Emma was like, calm down, whatever. Then she tells me I need to take 800 ibuprofen before I come. So I'm like, excuse me, this is about to hurt. Oh, hell no. Like, no, never mind. We'll adopt. Is how that I started. I had to take the ibuprofen. So I took the ibuprofen. So seeing that table of all this stuff, I was like freaked out. Like, I didn't know what any of it was at the time. Like, so what the hell are they about to do to me? Like, I done took this medication to be, I guess, not as painful. And then they got this tray full of stuff. So yeah, I was not a happy camper. I was nervous. As you can see in the video, I'm like, bruh, what is about to happen? So the nurse set up everything. The doctor came in. He was like, lay back, try to relax. It's gonna feel like cramps. I'm like, okay, cool. Emma's holding my hand because at this time I'm sweating. Like, he puts the speculum inside of me, and then that opens up my vagina wide so he can see my cervix. So your cervix is basically like the canal into your uterus. So he puts that inside of me, that doesn't hurt. It just kind of feels like, how do you explain it? It just feels like it kind of burns a little bit, because it just feels like he's kind of like spreading it wide open. It's not, I don't know. I don't feel like it's supposed to be that wide open. So yeah, that just kind of burned. So I was more concerned about that. And then after he took some soap water and he washed everything. He said he had to clean it just so nothing would be inserted into my cervix dirty. That felt weird because he was like washing me, but whatever. It kind of burned too, but I think it was more the speculum just already being in there. So it was like, just, I don't know. It didn't hurt, but it just was uncomfortable. And it just burned a little bit. So after that, he took the catheter, which I told you guys was the long plastic tube looking thing, is how I can explain it. Put that into my cervix, and then I guess to my uterus. Once I was in there, he said he could tell it was in there because I kind of jumped. And he was like, that's when he knew he entered into my cervix and everything, because I guess it clenches onto it. So that cramped. I cramped, like I could feel my stomach like kind of like doing like this is how I can explain it. And I was gripping my wife's hand so hard because it was just so uncomfortable, and because I knew I was expecting it. I think it made it more uncomfortable for me. It was just weird, but yeah, whatever. No. I think it made it more uncomfortable for me, but it wasn't that bad as I thought, but it felt like my second day cramps on my period. That's what it felt like, but it was very like short circuit ones. So then after that, he took out the speculum, which actually relieved a lot of pain for me, or not pain, I guess. I don't want to say the word pain because it's not painful. It relieved a lot of pressure. So then it wasn't as bad. So then after that, they took the saline and they put it in, it was like in this, what they have a shot in, but it didn't have a needle on it. And so then they twisted that onto the catheter. And then the nurse actually, she held onto the saline little shot thing, and then he took the ultrasound wand. Oh man, someone told me what to call that. I think they said Wanda. Oh man, I forgot, but they told me what the TTC people call it. So they took that, he took that, and then he stuck that inside of me so everyone could see in the room what was going on. So as he's moving around, he's explaining everything to me. He's telling me that this is my lining. He's showing me if it's thick, if that's good or not, if it's building correctly. And then once he gets to my uterus and my tubes, he can see everything. He tells her to push the saline inside of me. So what he's looking for is to make sure that everything flows through my tubes and through my uterus, and there's no blockage anywhere. So that's what they're watching for, the bubbles and everything move through from the saline. So when she pushed the saline through, those cramps hurt. I don't know why, but I guess because it's bubbles, maybe. I don't know, but those cramps hurt. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think that was the most uncomfortable part for me, because I could see it on the monitor, so I could see everything. I could see the water coming through. I could see the bubbles. And I think seeing it made it hurt worse to me. I'm like, oh, that's not supposed to be in there. So, but yeah, it contracted again. I think my uterus was just contracting from something being in there. It was just like, oh, so the cramps were not fun. But it wasn't painful. That's why I hate explaining this, because it wasn't painful. So after they did that twice, she did it twice. She pushed the saline through twice, and he was explaining to me like, okay, so this side is open, this side is open. So after he did both sides, he said this side is open, this side is open, and my uterus was fine. He took out the ultrasound wand, and then he slightly removed the catheter. It was quick, but it was just weird again. It was just a weird feeling. Like, it's just not normal. He told me everything was fine and it was good, and I was healthy and everything looked fine. I had no blockage in my tubes, and that was good news. And I was so relieved when he was done. I was like, woo! I think I stressed myself out more for the procedure when it really wasn't that bad. Like, I'm a fanatic on blogs and YouTube. So the night before, I researched so much, and everything scared me. It like scared me. And I was so nervous. I'm an overthinker already, so I was like, oh my goodness. And so after I left, I was fine. Nothing hurt or anything. I was like, ooh, but I don't want to do it again. And when I did go to the bathroom afterwards though, I did have a little bit of blood. They said I might because the catheter can mess with your cervix and like, you know, hit some of your lining and knock it off or whatever. So I did have a little bit of spotting, but it was just like that one wipe. It was fine. Like it was gone after that. So yeah, that was my experience with it. It's really nothing, a lot to tell, but don't look so much into people's videos that say, I mean, everyone's different. Let me not say that. Everyone's different. So everyone takes pain different. I do not take pain very well. Like, I don't know how I have tattoos, because my last tattoo might be my last because it hurts so bad. I don't think she didn't finish. I had to tell her to stop. Like, no, thank you. I'm done. So for me, it wasn't that bad. So I think for someone with a high pain tolerance, you'll be just fine. Someone with one lower than me, you might be a little more uncomfortable, but it's not painful. Like, there's worse things than this. Getting a tattoo hurts worse. So yeah, it's not that painful, guys. So you can do it. So we are going to be doing a video about our sperm donor because we finally picked one. We picked one that I actually really like. It was a tedious process. So we will be doing a video about that. I promise it won't take another 2 months. Emma has some free time coming up. They have a game and then she has a few days off, so we'll try to squeeze one in there. But yeah, I hope this really helps you guys. Sorry I'm not like an expert. I'm new to this. I'm documenting this because one day I want to watch it back and show my kids like, mommies took time to make you, baby. Anybody who's just starting, baby dust to you all. Send me baby dust because Lord knows I need it. This is a very like hectic, just a very tedious and hectic process, this whole TTC journey. Like, if I would have known it was like this in depth, I think I would have started earlier in life. Like, I'm not saying like 20 or nothing, but I'm just saying like, I think I would have started the process. So now that I'm older, that I would have been like, I don't know, more prepared for everything, more like, had more knowledge of everything. So I feel like I'm learning as I'm going, and I wish, I'm a planner, so I just wish I had more knowledge so I could plan better. But I mean, hey, you gotta roll with the punches. Everything happens for a reason. It's how me and my wife, we live our life like that, because it's true. It's hard for me to swallow sometimes or deal with stuff, but everything happens for a reason. So trying my hardest just to make it through. It's a toll on you, really is, because like you have a plan in your mind, like, this is the date, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do it, and something always happens where it doesn't go that way, especially in your body. You never know, like, you just live and you're like, oh, it's a period, oh, it started late, oh. But when you're in this situation, that stuff ruins your whole day, because it just throws everything back, sets it back months sometimes, because, oh, you gotta skip this month, can't do anything on this month because you have a cyst, can't do anything this month because of this. So it's just like, it starts to like irritate you, because it's like, dang, all I want is a baby. That's all I want. So it gets very frustrating, but I love watching people's videos on YouTube, because like, I read the blogs and they help, but seeing someone talk about it and like talking to people about it who've actually gone through it, that helps so much too. That's why anytime I get a message, I try to reply, because I love when people reply to me, because I need it. Like, I feel like a drug addict to it. Like, I need it. Like, it becomes an obsession almost, trying to figure out this path. So anyway, I'm here if you need me. I don't know much. When I learn more information, I will share it with you guys. If you want to ask me questions, ask me. Hopefully soon I can have good news for you guys. That would be a blessing. But as of right now, there's no good news. But the good news is I am healthy. We got eggs to work with. Some people do not have that. So I am proud that we had the opportunity to have all that we need. We just gotta find a perfect time. Can't do it while I'm here in Poland. But yeah, so thank you for watching. I'm sorry I'm all over the place. I blame the hormones. It's that time of the month. Anyway, baby dust, everyone. It's the cannon.